Morning, dear students. Today I will start a new chapter, differentiability of a function. In class 11 we got derivative of a function f dash x equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h if exists finitely. Now if this limit exists, we will say that equal to derivative of fx. Now this is derivative at arbitrary point x. If we replace x by c, then we will get f dash c equal to limit h tends to 0 f of c plus h minus f of c divided by h. Again we have to write if exists. If this exists, then we will say the value of the limit is equal to derivative of the function at x equal to c. Now again in class 11 we got if limit of a function at a point exists, then at that point the left hand limit h tends to 0 minus f of c plus h minus f of c divided by h must be equal to the right hand limit h tends to 0 plus f of c plus h minus f of c divided by h, f of c plus h minus f of c by h. Left hand limit equal to right hand limit. If left hand limit equal to right hand limit, then only limit at h tends at 0 will exist, and we will say derivative of fx at x equal to c is this value. This limit is called the right hand derivative of, this is called the left hand derivative of the function f, and in symbol we write this equal to L f dash c, left hand derivative at x equal to c, and we denote this by r f dash c, and we call it the right hand derivative of the function at x equal to c. So if left hand derivative at x equal to c is equal to the right hand derivative of the function at x equal to c, we say the function is differentiable at x equal to c. So if function fx will be differentiable at a point x equal to c if right hand derivative at x equal to c, that is limit h tends to 0 plus f of c plus h minus f of c by h, and left hand derivative at x equal to c, that is limit h tends to 0 minus f of c plus h minus f of c by h, both exists and are equal okay. I want to write one note. If function fx will be differentiable in an interval ab, open interval ab, if it is differentiable at all points in the interval a. I have taken one simple example from NCERT book. Test the differentiability of fx equal to modulus of x minus 5 at x equal to 5. To test the differentiability, first of all you have to write the definition of modulus of x minus 5. Modulus of x minus 5 equal to x minus 5 when x is greater than equal to 5, and minus of x minus 5 when x is less than 5. We have to test differentiability at x equal to 5. So right hand derivative at x equal to 5 r f dash 5 is equal to limit h tends to 0 plus h tends to 0 plus whatever be the point, we have to write 0 plus h tends to 0 plus f of 5 plus h. We have to find derivative at x equal to 5. We have to test the differentiability at x equal to 5. 5 will come here, 5 f of 5 plus h minus f of 5 divided by h. This is the definition of right hand derivative at x equal to 5. Now you can see h tends to 0 plus means h is positive. H tends to 0 plus means h is more than 0, so h is positive. So 5 plus a positive number means 5 plus h is greater than 5. 5 plus h is greater than 5. So you have to put, to find f of 5 plus h, you have to put here. This is actually our given function, so you have to write fx equal to this. So limit h tends to 0 plus f of 5 plus h. 5 plus h is greater than 5, so you have to write 5 plus h minus 5. Let me write it. 5 plus h minus 5. This is the value of f of 5 plus h. F of 5 equal to sign is here. F of 5 will be 5 minus 5, so 0 by h. Limit h tends to 0 plus 5 plus h minus 5 will be h by h, and this is equal to 1. So right hand derivative is 1 at x equal to 5. At x equal to 5, right hand derivative is 1. Now let us find left hand derivative. Again, LF dash 5 equal to limit h tends to 0 minus. Here in this definition, this h tends to 0 plus, and left hand derivative, it is h tends to 0 minus. The rest is exactly same. F of 5 plus h minus f of 5 divided by h. This is the definition. Just h tends to 0 minus here for left hand limit. We have to write h tends to 0 minus. For right hand derivative, we have to write h tends to 0 plus. Rest is exactly same. Now you can see h tends to 0 minus means h is less than 0. H is less than 0 means h is negative here. So 5 plus h will be less than 5. So when, if 5 plus h, you can see 5 plus h is less than 5, and if 5 plus h is less than 5, f of 5 plus h will be equal to, we have to put 5 plus h here to get the value of f of 5 plus h. It will be minus of 5 plus h minus 5. It will be minus of 5 plus h minus 5. F of 5 equal to, you can see f of 5 equal to sign is here. F of 5 will be 5 minus 5, so it will be 0 by h. So limit h tends to 0 minus, considering 5, it will be minus of h by h, and is equal to minus 1. So you can see the right hand derivative is 1, the left hand derivative is minus 1, and therefore RF dash 5 is not equal to LF dash 5, implies fx is not differentiable at x equal to 5. Now this question is from CBSE board exam paper. Examine the differentiability of the following function at x equal to 2. We have to test the differentiability at x equal to 2. Okay, for that we have to find right hand derivative, left hand derivative, and we have to check whether they are equal or not. Now first of all, let us find a right hand derivative at x equal to 2. Rf dash 2 is equal to limit h tends to 0 plus. We have to find derivative at x equal to 2, right hand derivative at x equal to 2. So f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 divided by h. H tends to 0 plus means h is greater than 0. So 2 plus h will be more than 2, and f of 2 plus h will be, 2 plus h is more than 2, so we have to put here to find f of 2 plus h. F of 2 plus h will be 3 into 2 plus h plus 4 minus f of 2 equal to, you can see equal to sign is here. F of 2 will be 3 into 2 plus 4 will be 10 by h. Limit h tends to 0 plus will be 6 plus 4, 10 minus 10. So it will be 3h by h, and ultimately limit h tends to 0 plus 3. Okay. Next, we have to find left hand derivative at x equal to 2. So it will be limit h tends to 0 minus f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. The definition you can see is exactly same. For right hand derivative, we have to take h tends to 0 plus. For left hand, we have to take h tends to 0 minus. Now h tends to 0 minus means h is less than 0. H tends to 0 minus means h is less than 0, h is negative. So 2 minus something will be less than 2. So 2 plus h is now less than 2. And as you can see, when x less than 2, fx equal to this. So f of 2 plus h will be, we have to put here 4x square minus 3x. It will be 4 into 2 plus h whole square minus 3 into 2 plus h. F of 2 equal to sign is here. F of 2 equal to 6 plus 4, 10. So it will be minus of 10 divided by h. Limit h tends to 0 minus 4 into, it will be 4 plus 4h plus h square minus 6 minus 3h minus 10 by h. Limit h tends to 0 minus 4h square. 16 minus 16 get cancelled. 16h minus 3h. 16h minus 3h will be 13h by h, if I am not wrong, equal to limit h tends to 0 minus, this will be 4h plus 13 and its value will be 13. So you can see the right hand limit is 3, the left hand limit is 13, and therefore we can conclude right hand derivative at x equal to 2 is not equal to left hand derivative at x equal to 2, implies fx is not differentiable at x equal to 2. Our next question is from NCERT book. Test the differentiability of fx equal to box of x greatest integer function at x equal to 2, where box of x equal to the greatest integer function. Box of x equal to, box is the greatest integer function, is greatest integer not exceeding x, is definition box of x. First of all, we will write box of x in this way. We have to test differentiability at x equal to 2 when x is less than 2 and more than equal to 1. When x is any number which is less than 2 but greater than 1, its box will be equal to 1, because box of 1.5 is 1, 1.9 is 1, etc. When x is more than equal to 2 but less than 3, its box will be equal to 2. This is definition. You can see box of 1.5 is 1, box of any number which is more than 2, say 2.1, box of 2.1 is 2, 2.5 is 2, etc., etc. Let us one by one, let us find right hand derivative and left hand derivative at x equal to 2. Now, r f dash 2, right hand derivative at x equal to limit h tends to 0 plus f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 divided by h. Limit h tends to 0 plus means h is more than 0, h tends to 0 plus is h means h is positive, 2 plus h is greater than 2, h positive, so 2 plus h will be more than 2. now box of 2 plus h will be 2. 2 plus h is more than 2, its box will be 2. F of 2, you can see x equal to 2 is here. F of 2 means here fx is box of x. F of 2 will be equal to sign is here, value will be 2. Okay, so ultimately limit h tends to 0 plus 2 minus 2 is 0, 0 by h, so it's 0. The answer is 0. The right hand derivative is 0. Now left hand derivative at x equal to 2, Lf dash 2 is equal to limit h tends to 0 minus f of 2 minus h, 2 plus h minus f of 2 by h. H tends to 0 minus means h is negative. 2 minus something will be definitely less than 2. So 2 plus h is less than 2. You can see 2 plus h less than 2. So as 2 plus h is less than 2, f of 2 plus h will be 1. 2 plus h is less than 2, f of 2 plus h is equal to 1. So limit h tends to 0 minus, this will be 1. F of 2 f of 2 will be equal to sign is here, f of 2 will be 2. So it is 1 minus 2 by h. Limit h tends to 0 minus, it will be minus 1 by, it will be minus 1 by h. Minus 1 by h, if we put h equal to 0, it will not exist. This is undefined. Hence, the right hand derivative and left hand derivative are not equal, and therefore Rf dash 2 is not equal to Lf dash 2, implies fx is not differentiable at x equal to 2. Now going back to the definition of derivative of a function at x equal to c, f dash c equal to limit h tends to 0, f of c plus h minus f of c by h. This is the definition of derivative of a function at x equal to c. Now this can also be written in this way: limit x tends to c, f of x minus f of c divided by x minus c. These two are same definition. This represents derivative of a function at x equal to c, f dash c. This also represents derivative of a function at x equal to c, f dash c equal to limit x tends to 0, fx minus fc by x minus c. Just I want to show here. Just you see, f dash c equal to this. Okay, if we put c plus h equal to x, let c plus h equal to x as h tends to 0. As h tends to 0, you can see in this limit the variable is h, and in this limit the variable is x. It will be x tends to c, not 0, x tends to c. Okay, now as h tends to 0, what we have considered c plus h equal to x. As h tends to 0, when h is 0, x will tend to c, value of x will be c, x tends to c. Now you see this limit equal to limit, this will become limit x tends to c, f of c plus h is x, this will become f of x minus f of c. Okay, and h equal to, you can see, x minus c. So ultimately this limit h tends to 0, f of c plus h minus f of c by h becomes this. Okay, so f dash c equal to, we can write this or we can write this. R f dash c equal to, we can write limit h tends to 0 plus this, or we can write limit x tends to c plus this. L f dash c equal to, we can write limit h tends to 0 minus this, or we can write x tends to c minus this. These two are same definition. Both the limits represent f dash c, derivative at x equal to c. Next, this is an important theorem. If a function is differentiable at a point x equal to c, then it is continuous at x equal to c. So differentiability implies continuity. If a function is differentiable at a point, then it must be continuous at that point. Now let us prove this. Very simple proof of the theorem is given in the book. I will write in this way: f of c equal to you can write f of x minus f of c divided by x minus c into x minus c. You can check x minus c will get cancelled. We will be left with fx minus f of c plus f of c. This two will get cancelled. Then f will get cancelled. So this will be f of x, not c. This will be f of c. Okay. Now taking limit x tends to c on both the sides. Limit x tends to c, fx is equal to limit x tends to c f of x minus f of c by x minus c into x minus c plus f of c. Limit x tends to c f of x minus f of c by x minus c into limiting value of this plus limiting value of this x tends to c x minus c plus limit x tends to c f of c. This is the definition of derivative I have written here. You see, f of x minus f of c by x minus c when x tends to c. This is the derivative of fx at x equal to c. This is f dash c. So this is our f dash c. If we put x equal to c, c minus c will be 0. F dash c into 0 will be 0 plus limit x tends to c f of c. Here f of c means it's a constant. There is no x here, no variable here. This will be f of c. So equal to f of c. So what we ultimately get, therefore limit x tends to c f of x is equal to f of c. Limiting value of the function at x equal to c equal to functional value. This is the definition of continuity. Limit x tends to c fx equal to f of c. This is the definition of continuity of a function at x equal to c. Implies fx is continuous at x equal to c. So what we have proved, if a function is differentiable, assuming that the function is differentiable, that means this exists, this value exists, a function, this value exists and equal to f dash c, and fixed number into 0 becomes 0. So if a function is differentiable at a point, then limiting value equal to functional value, that means the function is continuous. Differentiability implies continuity. But I am writing the converse is not necessarily true. That is, if a function is continuous at a point, the function may not be differentiable at that point. That is, if a function is continuous at a point x equal to c, then it may not be differentiable at the point x equal to c. Let us take one example. Suppose fx equal to modulus of x. If we draw the graph of fx equal to modulus of x, this will be like this V-shaped at origin. You can see there is no break in the curve. This is continuous at all points. Okay, here fx is continuous at all points, but you can check the function fx is not differentiable at x equal to 0. At this point you can find r f dash 0 you can find L f dash 0. You will see this value will be 1 and this value will be minus 1, and these two are not equal, therefore it is not differentiable. Although it is continuous at x equal to 0, this is not differentiable at x equal to 0. So continuity does not imply differentiability. This function is continuous at x equal to 0 but is not differentiable at x equal to 0. Geometrically, a function f(x) will be differentiable at a point P if there exists a unique tangent. At the point P, function will be differentiable at a point P if we can draw only one tangent at the point P. In other words, a function will not be differentiable at a point x equal to P if it is not continuous at that point. A function will not be differentiable at a point P if the function is not continuous at a point P, or if P is a corner point like this. If P is a corner point, then function will not be differentiable. If the function y equal to f(x) is not continuous at x equal to P, then the function will not be differentiable at that point P. So a function f(x) will be differentiable at a point P if there exists a unique tangent at the point P, and a function f(x) will not be differentiable at a point P if the function is not continuous or it is a corner point. Okay, so that was differentiability of a function. In the next class, I will discuss chain rule of derivative. Thank you.